You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. If you've got a question, give us a call here at the studio, 281-882-8088. We'll be happy to answer your questions right here in the studio every Sunday between 11 and noon. Got a great surprise coming on for you now. We've got the original star of the $1 Million Listing from Bravo TV. He's been on for 6 seasons and a lot to talk about today. Want to talk about this great luxury producing agent. He is top producing agent for Coldwell Banker, but he recently announced that he is a partner in Strauss. So lots of changes going on for Madison Hildebrand. Welcome to the show, Madison.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hi, Houston.
You know, you were here in Houston not too long ago. When are you coming back?
I've been to Houston quite a bit over the last couple of years, actually. I love Houston. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I would always come back to Houston.
Well, we love it when you visit. We do love it when you visit.
Thank you.
Madison is a public speaker. He's also written a book. His book that's out is Activate Your Passion, Create Your Career. He's done so many different things, had his hands in lots of different businesses, and just done a lot of luxury real estate selling. He's also become the brand ambassador for DocuSign, and I know consumers won't be familiar with DocuSign brand, but it is something that realtors use every day. It's such a huge part of our business. So lots of great things going on for you.
Very exciting and lots of changes and all good.
Yeah.
So I'm just rolling with the punches and trying to get the sleep in between.
So you're no longer going to be a regular on Bravo's $1 Million Listing. Where are you focusing your energy now?
Yeah, I resigned after season 6, and if you saw last night, I made a cameo on the season 7 season finale. But since I've left the show of last November, I have been busier than ever. And most of my focus has really been going back into my brand and my business. I've also, as you announced earlier, made the transition, and I left big brokerage Coldwell Banker to be a founding partner of Partners Trust, which is an independent, luxury real estate and acquisitions brokerage. And they're opening up the Malibu office, and I'm one of the founding partners there. So it's very exciting. And that will definitely be where a lot of my attention goes. And my team came with me, and all my clients came with me. And it's a big change.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Good change for you. So let's talk a little bit about independent brokerages, because I own an independent brokerage, Registered Real Estate Advisors here in the Houston market. And, I started with a big name brand franchise. And what I found was that making, it's like turning a big ship. We specialize at our company, we specialize in video and cutting edge technology. And what I found with big companies is that they have trouble making those changes. So the consumer's changing very rapidly over to Facebook, and they're online constantly. But the big companies, it's hard to get all that information trickled down to the agents and give them the support they need as quickly as the consumer needs it. Do you think that boutique brokerages are going to be the wave of the future of real estate?
I have to agree with that statement. I do believe that the consumers are driving where our industry is going, and technology is certainly what's driving the consumers. And it is changing so quickly that the corporate ladder is too tall and too high. And the best example I can give is, I bet if we went to corporate headquarters of any of the big brokerages and asked them to work their device and show us their Instagram or Facebook or post a house, and take advantage of Zillow on the phone and all of these applications.
Yeah.
Most of those corporate leaders do not have or don't know how to use the technology. But they know it's necessary, and there's a whole system in place, of course, for the realtors to be able to access it through their company. But the difference is, in a small brokerage, everybody's hands-on, and everybody is fluent with what's going on in technology and what the consumers are demanding and how our industry is constantly changing. So I think it's going to revert back to that boutique feel, because it is about customer service at the end of the day. The information is out there, but it's the knowledge of how to use the information and connecting that to the consumer and providing a good experience.
So let's talk about the videos, because for all of our listings over a certain price point, we produce a video where it makes sense. You know, big enough home to where video looks good. We produce a video. We have different different things that we do to incorporate in, swimming pools. We have underwater cameras for waterfalls and water features, and
Cool.
and we have drones to do the, because in Texas we have ranches. We don't necessarily have a luxury estate. We have ranches.
Nothing wrong with a good old ranch.
Sometimes that's our luxury estate, right? So we have drones that can cover a lot of land and really show the landscape of the land, and so, or even to show a community, and the different features,
Right.
the pools and lakes, and so we do all these things to really show the lifestyle that goes with that house. Do you think that's important, or do you think it's important to show the actual features in the house and how the home is going to be used? Because I'm kind of torn, because in the one sense, it's always been about selling the lifestyle in that house, the lifestyle of living in that house. But then I'm torn because there are so many wonderful features that make it easier to live in that house today, that I feel like those features also need to be shown in order to entice that buyer. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, and I think, the video is a huge piece of what we do in marketing and exposing properties. But what's so key is that the video has to be a minute to 2 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
It's
hard to get it in.
Yeah, it's hard to fit it in. So when you're saying, is it more important to shoot the community and the environment around the home or the features inside, I tend to think that if you've got a ranch or if you've got a property inside of a community, it's more beneficial to expose the features of the lifestyle that you would get from living in the home, and then kind of drop to the door of the house and maybe circle around it once or twice. But I like the viewer, if they like that much about it, I want them to make the appointment to come and see me. Then there's the photos, of course, and they can read the information online about the specific amenities. But I want for them to come and take a walking tour so I can make that connection in the sales pitch and read their body language and have that interaction.
Yeah. Well, I know the National Association of Realtors conference is happening in New Orleans, and I hate that I had to miss it this year. I know that they're going to be talking about a lot of the new trends and features and things that are coming out for next year for homeowners, for new construction, and also, of course, things for realtors to use to sell homes. What do you think are some of the must-have trends for luxury homes right now?
The must-have trends for luxury homes, I think that the technology is so easy to be standardized now. So it's like the Nest systems, even your carbon monoxide and smoke detectors are all hardwired through the Nest systems. Having security cameras that you can watch from your phone. Mm-hmm. Everybody has nannies and dogs and kids, and so having the access of the safety that your home is intact when you're away, I think that's a standard luxury item that people want. Mm-hmm. The green features are something that will never go away, and I think that trend will continue on. I don't think it's even a trend anymore. Mm-hmm. Solar, we're seeing more and more of that to stick with the green. Mm-hmm. But I think with the luxury, what I saw since the recession and still a continuing trend is no matter how much money some of these people have, they're not looking to show it off with that 15,000 square foot home.
Yeah.
And that driveway of 2 acres of grass that has to be mowed. They realized that was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And unnecessary. And so what I've been seeing is people still want a new home with all the new systems and technologies, mm-hmm. but they can live in a 5,000 square foot home with their family, and every bedroom is an ensuite, and there's still indoor-outdoor living spaces, so you're not on top of each other, but it's just the right amount.
This is Shannon Register. You've been listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. You can go online to our Facebook page, Houston Real Estate Radio Facebook page, and like our page for a chance to be entered into the drawing for the iPad Mini that's being given away by your friends at Houston Real Estate Radio and Zeus Mortgage. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.